Hey everyone, it's Simon from Higher Plane Games with a review of Xing: The Land Beyond. This first-person puzzle adventure game is available for PlayStation 4, PC and VR on both of those platforms. I don't own VR though, so if you've come here for a VR review specifically, you're best to look elsewhere because I have no comment on it. However, what you see on your screen is the PS4 non-VR version. Xing was fantastic for me, is fantastic for me. It harks back to the Cyan games of like Riven, Mist, and those type of games where there's no enemies whatsoever and it's you literally with your mind battling against the elements to solve all of these different riddles and puzzles and to move through the games. And it's great that Cyan have made a comeback recently with Abduction, which is another great game. And there's a few games like this on PC, but there's not many of them on PlayStation 4 where it can just be you battling the elements. Probably The Witness is really like the last big one that came out that was really just like pure puzzle focused. Xing is like that, although nowhere near as hard, and it does it in a way that is subtly really wowing, or at least it wowed me. Xing takes place after you've died, and essentially you're in this beautiful tropical island environment collecting what I assume to be gifts so that you can then offer the gifts to your spirits and then cross over into the like afterlife planes. And you do this by solving puzzles that are manipulated by elements or time of day. So it might be that you're trying to build a path, but the path can only be manipulated in part in the day and in part by night. So you will then actually go and change the time of day, and it will kind of like speed forward 12 hours, and it will go from pure sunlight to like a sunset to night time in the dark of night and the moon's out within like 5 seconds. And I was like, oh, so pretty. It's like a proper time lapse, but like super speedy. Move around the puzzles that you need to in the night, create your thingamy-bob, your path that you need to get round, and then switch back to daytime to actually like cross over, because that might be the only way how you can get across. That was really cool and wowed me at the beginning. It then starts introducing other things like being able to make it rain so that it changes the water level of things, making it snow so that things can be iced up, playing with lava from volcanoes and stuff like that as you traverse over different parts of the environment, which all feel commonly in the same thread because you're in this same like mystical island, but feel very different and offer different elements for you to play with. And yeah, I just found it so utterly engrossing. There were quite a few times where I got stuck, and what I really liked about Xing, and this is probably because I am a bit thick sometimes, quite a lot, it offers you lots of hints around the place, but you never really have to take them unless you really want them. So there's like little symbols that pop up that you can go to, and it will kind of give you like a text, like mini hint that kind of points you in the right direction. Or you can then press a button and it will be like, come over this way, and it will start illuminating where you should kind of go, so that you can use the two together to kind of go, right, I need to do this type of thing, and around here's where I need to do it. It will never explicitly say put this there and do this and click that button and then you'll be fine, but it goes far enough to kind of guide you in the right place so that when you do it you still kind of get a sense of achievement, and I really appreciated that. The other thing I quite liked as well is that there is like several layers of the story that go on, and I think this is probably down to personal preference, but I really like anything that kind of alludes to a mystic, spiritual, not so much creepy, but there's like a higher like level of story that's going on that you can kind of take on multiple levels. So you're picking up story fragments from someone that's already been through this environment, but you're also picking up on like spiritual meanings of things, and I just really liked that. It felt quite zen-like the way how I was playing through the game itself. The game could be quite long, I think, for some people, if you struggle with some of the puzzles like I did, but I absolutely enjoyed my experience all the way throughout. I really liked the fact that you aren't really penalised for getting something wrong and falling off and dying. because you're dead anyway, so you just respawn back where you were at the beginning of like a traversal puzzle. And I really like the fact that it does mix up things quite quickly and quite often, and there's lots of different things that you can do for additional achievements and collectibles, but they're in places where you can see them, but you often kind of go, how the hell do I get to that? And so it's one of those games that I think you could probably go back to on a second playthrough and be like, right, now I can think about how I can get all of these optional extras. So I think it does offer quite a bit of replayability as you go. So yeah, Xing, The Land Beyond, thoroughly enjoyed it. 2 thumbs up recommendation from me. If you like your puzzle games, you don't want to be rushed with anything, but you want to be fully immersed in an experience that's beautiful, well done in terms of sound, goes out of its way to subtly wow you with the things that it does, but makes puzzles that aren't so obtuse that you kind of go, well, I'd never have got that. Yeah, pick it up. I really recommend it. Thoroughly impressed. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.
This channel is just one of my many projects that cover games, music and film. If you enjoy any of these and would consider supporting me to develop further in the future, you can do so by visiting patreon.com/Satorimon. Thank you for your time and for watching the video.